Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lotus the Sage. Thank you very much for joining me. So today we have another pick a card, and today's pick a card is going to be what mindset should you adopt to utilize your full potential? So we have, for pile 1, we have pink tourmaline. Pile 2, we have raw carnelian. Pile 3, we have pyrite. Awesome. So take a second, see which stone or pile may be calling to you. We are going to use the Lenormand deck to get into the details of the reading, and we're going to use the Oracle of E for your final guidance. Okay, my beautiful collective, I'll suit your choice. Ciao. Welcome, my pile 1, who chose the pink tourmaline. I'm gonna hold on to you. We're gonna spread out your cards first, and then we'll get into your messages. Okay, my collective of pile 1, let's see what mindset you should adopt, could adopt to utilize your full potential. Overall energy is the Ace of Water. Beautiful. So the Ace of Water in this deck talks about, as most decks do, new emotions, first loves, infatuation, attraction, lust. They want you to stop fighting your feelings. Follow your passion's lead. Open your heart. Stop fighting your feelings. Release that emotional fire within. Be brave and express who you are with all of your might. Take a leap of faith. This exciting beginning wants to happen. So what I'm feeling from Spirit, emphasizing for you, they want your mindset to change when it comes to your emotional expression. I'm feeling more particularly in love, but in general. I'm really feeling like a burning inside you that wants to come out. It's feeling like it's something that's been contained for a very long time and hasn't had the opportunity or felt comfortable or safe enough to fully let that out in its full glory. Okay, so let's see what attitude you can adopt to help you change this mindset or step into this mindset. Ebens. Mystery, reading between the lines, intuition. So I'm getting an interesting sense of fear to be fully expressive, either to someone or somebody's or a particular group, however this plays out for you. And it's giving me a feeling of you might be overanalyzing or misinterpreting is a better way to put it. Misinterpreting what their actions or words are really trying to emphasize, but I do feel like the other party involved is kind of enigmatic, a little bit mysterious, or a little bit cryptic is the word, on how they choose to express. And I don't know what this is. I feel like, my viewer, you feel something for somebody or something, or a particular emotion about something, and you've been hesitant to speak your truth about how you feel. But you do sense that there's some sort of reciprocity within that emotion. Interesting, give me a moment. So speaking of newness coming into your life, and new love, friendships, releasing the fear, allow your passion to be shown. That newness, right? That excitement, or that hesitancy, or I feels more like excitement, but gives you this nervous feeling. you know, about being in the unknown, about the infancy stage of whatever this might be, about trusting your intuition and your hunches, about questioning, discerning your data, also not wanting to feel gullible and not wanting to be taken advantage of. Maybe that's why you're hesitant, or thinking that you might be naive and thinking that this is reciprocal. There's something about that. I feel like you're sort of stepping out of the paranoia slightly, or Spirit is mainly asking you to change that mindset so you can step out of that and really trust your intuition and what you're feeling. And then, oh yeah, break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Yeah, it's really strongly about, I feel like, how you connect, how you love, how you want to love, how you might have been, again, sort of programmed in a way to think you're only deserving of a particular type of love or person. Break the chain. They just said, read between the lines of what we're saying. You are this magnificent, beautiful dragon holding this flame of eternal love, is what I'm getting. And it wants to be shared, and it's been in this cave for too long. Too long. Let it out. Interesting. Okay, let's see the bridge from where you are today on how you can get here, which is what they want you to change, yes? So we're using the Fairy Oracles. I love this deck. It is going to take me a really long time to really know, but just so you know, there's a possibility Spirit may want me to read from the book to give a better and clearer message. The Dark Lady. Beautiful. Number 20. Love that. It's like embracing both sides of you, the shadow side and the light side. You know, owning your power, stepping into your power, recognizing what you have to offer. Ooh, so good. I love that. There's a lot of mystery and secrets around in this particular energy so far. A lot of shrouded energy. They're referencing here is to embrace your past grief. You know, maybe this is what's making you hesitant to actually step out of this cave, to show who you are, to listen to your intuition and the nudges you're being given. Yeah, just trust in that source. And if you do feel overwhelmed, there's like, it's the powers within. It's like, remember the spark that is igniting, that is warming, that is lighting or feeding that fire. And what is hidden with this lady, the Dark Lady, is getting ready to be revealed. Again, this is breaking the chain, stepping out of where you were emotionally speaking. They just said it's an emotional ascension. One that will not and cannot be duplicated and cannot be skipped. Whoa. Because this is an empowerment stage right now. They want you to become more powerful, more yourself. Ooh, love it. Let's see the next Fairy Oracle. The Lady of the Harvest, number 18. Yeah, it's like, this is it. Like, it's at the stage of being ready to be revealed, and this is like that harvest stage. It is literally you stepping out of that cave, bursting out with that emotional love and trusting in that intuition, reading between your own lines of deceit within your conversations with yourself, and allowing yourself to release the old grief, the old burdens, the old way you thought about love or how you connect with people or what you thought you were deserving of. Yeah, and again, it's a reiteration of like this grief and loss, but it's the release, it's the harvest, you know? You have to start again to replant, you know, it's ripe. That's the word I'm getting. It's ripe for you now. Like just step out. You don't want the fruit to rot where it is, you know? Like that harvest, it's like it's time to take that out. Release that grief, completion. It's the completion of it. That 9 energy, you know? So you can merge with that 2 energy, with self, with other. Time to accept the change that wants to emerge from you. It's a time for liberation, my loves. Break that chain. Rewrite your future. They're saying cry if you need to, be joyful if you need to, but trust the process. This is for your highest good, and it is, again, this emotional ascension for you to be able to truly break that chain and not want to try to mend it in this previous way that it was attached. I hope that makes sense, that metaphor. They're also saying that if you choose to fight with this, it's going to be harder. It's going to feel more heavy than needed to be. And I'm really enjoying like the progression of lightness in the colors, like this green, this black, purple, blue that goes into this greeny blue, that goes into this vibrant blue, into a lighter blue, into this orange. Like, that's just the way my eyes are registering the colors right now. Amazing. Okay. And there it is. Light in the unexpected. What did we say? Right? Embracing both sides, stepping out of that cave into the light, igniting that fire that's within you. Not even igniting, showing the fire that has already been ignited within you, that's been lit for so long, but just burning so faintly. And now it's like ready to burst. Spirit's like, let's go. Let's go. Light in the unexpected, in an unknown area. From somewhere, again, a lot of mystery, a lot of release to gain, you know? That's the mindset. It's about the emotional mindset. How you think about yourself, relationships, love, connections, family, all the above. Okay. So we have, we have first the Tower. Then we have the Bear. Sorry, I was just being drawn to the numbers. Like, you have 17, 18, 19, 20. Then you have 15. You have a lot of nines, a 9, a 9. This is a 7, this is an 8. Like 7, 8, 9, again, same thing. 17, 18, 19, 20, like 7, 8, 9. There's a consecutive thing happening, and again, coming to the completion of coming to the end of the cycle, completing something. It's the completion of something. Excuse me, sorry, I just got all over the place. So then we have the stork. The coffin. And the cross. So lovelies, the Tower talks about gaining this new perspective and also talks about longevity, long term. It also talks about authority, especially with that bear there. It's like sort of owning oneself, gaining the new perspective to be fierce in its approach for this new beginning with that stork. You know, gaining the perspective on who you are, what you have to offer, looking at what have I gained from my past? You know, what have I learned from my past? And that's right now, light in the unexpected, to step into this new beginning, to this, and it's movement, you know, movement into this new beginning. And again, these two animals, the beautiful pelican and the bear, are both looking at this tower, and these beautiful fairies are with this tower. And they're looking at this perspective gain so this beginning can come. That's what I'm getting. It's like, that's the way it goes, you know? Perspective, understanding, movement, boom. And that movement leads you into this transition. It's a transformation. It's an initiation, specifically in this deck with the coffin. Again, coming back to the grief and loss, harvest, release, to gain. Because this is the emotional initiation, the emotional ascension. Again, a destined path, heavy burdened, responsibility, but fated, but destined. Sometimes feels lonely, unsure. Did I make the right choice? Am I doing the right thing? Yes. but you have to go through this. It is inevitable for you to reach the completion of this. It is time. It is ripe. Trust in what you're being nudged with, guided with, told by spirit, by your inner knowing. Again, like, if we just go right underneath, the dark lady, what we talked about already, this is about that perspective of what have I learned from my past grief. The bear, this protection, this power, this knowing, this strength, this protection in my intuitions, in my ability to discern, to trust, to explore the new beginning, which is this light in the unexpected, which is within me. I want this new beginning, you, my viewer, of course, want this new beginning to break the chain of my ancestral patterns, however they may have been playing out in my emotional life, healing them, rewriting my future, hence this death rebirth, this initiation into the harvest, which is releasing that grief, letting it go, shedding that. The two fairies that are here now in the night with your ascension because of this understanding for the long-term change, you know, to feed and nourish yourself on your own beliefs. Oh, this is deep for you, loves. This is good. So that is the mindset that wants to be changed. It's in the emotional. This is beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to, because I kept saying 789, 789. So if we add those all together, is that 24, which is a 5. Again, talking about change. A lot of movement, a lot of unexpected change too, but I feel like it's expected. I feel like now spirits, in my opinion and how I'm feeling this, they're pushing you now. They're like, it's time. Like I said, it's ripe, it's time. So I'm gonna grab a passage from this mindset psychology book that I have, and I'm gonna go to page 24 and see what might be relevant for our reading. And it said here, I don't know what it says. It says, when do you feel smart? When you're flawless or when you're learning? The plot is about to thicken. In the fixed mindset, it's not enough just to succeed. It's not enough just to look smart and talented. You have to be pretty much flawless, and you have to be flawless right away. We ask people ranging from grade schoolers to young adults, when do you feel smart? The difference was striking. People with fixed mindsets said, it's when I don't make any mistakes. When I finish something fast and it's perfect. When something is easy for me but other people can't do it. It's about being perfect right now. But people with the growth mindset said, when it's really hard and I really tried hard and I can do something I couldn't do before. Or when I work on something a long time and I start to figure it out. For them, it's not about immediate perfection. It's about learning something over time, confronting a challenge and making progress. How perfect. Confronting a challenge and making progress. And you are in the process of confronting this challenge within you. Oh, it's awesome. I love that. Sorry, the book is, I didn't even tell you. It's this one. Carol S. Dweck, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. Okay, so let's get your final closing messages, my beautiful collective. I hope that was extremely helpful for you and gave you that support you were needing, spiritually speaking. Talking smack. First one out. I just heard people be talking smack. They don't know what they talk about. Like, that's what spirit's like. That's why you need to trust your intuition. Sorry, I'll get into the messages in a second, but that was really funny. And live wire. 2 number 8s. Again, movement, abundance in an area. Talking smack talks about not comparing yourself to others. Again, and reminding yourself to stop thinking small. There's no reason to compare yourself to anyone. None. Because there is none other like you. The only person capable of putting you down is you. So stop talking smack to yourself. Stop listening to the smack talking. So they ask you to think about your why. Why have you been talking like this to yourself? Where did that come from? Maybe from that ancestral line that they were referencing, of breaking that chain of how that's been emotionally impacting you in your current life. And this beautiful live wire, the reminder of this powerful elixir that lies within you, that this beautiful elixir that lies within you can change the world. It can change your world. And again, hence this ascension. And it's about emotions specifically with this live wire. How fitting for you. They want you to think about your emotions as like a supercharged current capable of transmuting everything. You can use your emotions to skyrocket. Oh, they're showing me this. You can use your emotions to skyrocket or to plummet. You know, it's your choice. Naturally, inevitably, always has been. But good to know that it's up to you, right? But that's what they're saying. You know, like, you have all of this within you, and they want you to own it, to see it, to live it, to be it, to not doubt it, to step into it. Oh, my collective Pᴏᴛ, I hope that was helpful. If it was in any way, please like, subscribe. I would much appreciate it. And I would love to hear your story if you're willing to share. Until next time, ciao. Welcome my pal 2 who chose the rock carnelian, sorry. Ooh, tongue twister. Okay, I'm gonna spread your cards and then we'll get into your messages. Okay, let us see what the overall energy is of where Spirit wants you to change your mindset, or possibly change the mindset to utilize your full potential. Queen of Air. I'm hearing first your distinct knowledge and force of thought, your clear sight, your intuitive nature. You have a depth within you that comes out in your words. It is not like surface words or just superficial how you speak. It's always coming from some deeper source, always. You may end up being perceived as real serious in moments, but you're really in deep feeling and deep thought. So if this is the mindset Spirit wants you to adopt, this is that energy of that Queen of Air energy. It's that weaver, the observer, the analytical strategist, a sense of truthful detachment, of realism, of planning, of organizing, of determining your course of action. And don't allow your intellect to alienate you. Choosing words with care, which I feel that you do. Be decisive, be precise, and stick to the facts. Beautiful. So that main energy for you, my collective, of what Spirit wants you to embody is more of that Queen of Air energy, stepping forward. All right, let's see what energies to adopt also to help with this new persona, let's say, or new energy. Alchemy, the Philosopher's Stone, Infinity, Destiny, and Magic. Yeah, it's like there's a lot about eye, seeing, observing, transforming, but seeing the truth in matters. They said there's an infinite destiny that is unlocking currently within you. I heard your wings have just developed. But so embracing this new energy may feel scary. But the magic has always been within you, as well as the power. Yeah, there's this transcendental energy between space and time, like this. It's really in the eyes of what I'm getting of the face here, the owl, and this eye here. They're all being drawn to me. The wings are being drawn. There's something about truth, like seeing the truth, a change of ascended consciousness, a metamorphosis, a transmutation, this chemistry that is mixing so well with spirit, with knowledge, with the divine. Meaning your spirit, excuse me, which is source, doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. That's what it's feeling like. That's the energy they want you to embody, is this alchemist. And that's how you're going to alchemize. Alchemizing this energy into your being is kind of what they want you to adopt. It's like you have all of this ability to do this, so don't doubt it, don't hesitate, even though you might feel like a newbie or a baby. The crumbling, what are you clinging on to exactly? Like, it might be scary, that's what I'm feeling. What are you clinging on to? That's a good question. They just said you're hanging on to an old version of yourself that's no longer necessary. And they deliberately didn't say useful, they said necessary. Because they're emphasizing this part of the card for me, like right here. And that light beam, you know? It's like, it's walking out of a past version, a past perspective, a past doctrine, leaving that luggage and rubble behind, letting go of what no longer is stable. And that is anything that's not truth. They keep saying stick to the facts of what you know, your deep knowledge, your deep knowing, this destiny, this magic that's within you. That's what they want you to adopt. Know that this is who you are. They said you've forgotten it in some degree. They want you to remember now. Time for big change. Okay. So we are going to look into the bridge on how to get into this full energy, this mindset, with the help of the fairies. We have the Master Maker. Yeah, you do. Talk about creating hard work, though, and things that last and are worth value in some sense, like real value. It's about putting in the time of creating and crafting it for yourself. It's about being the master of your own destiny and of what you're alchemizing. And it's also the magician, you know? We have like a definite double kind of magic energy within you. And it can be literal magic. You can be a practitioner of the actual magical arts, like rituals, spells, incantations, stuff like so. But this really, in a general sense, really feels like mastering your life. Like, they're showing me like building blocks, like toy building blocks. And they're all different colors. And it's that art that they do, like, I don't know if you've ever seen that on any of those DIY projects that like do art with dice or with cubes, and then they create another face within that's what I'm getting. It's like something within something. And this talks about no job is too small to be beautiful. Finding pleasure in the small things, the mundane things. This card talks about do whatever you do as well as you can, and then make it better. So what are you holding on to? What are you clinging to? Do your very best work always. That's what the Master Maker says. The Spirit wants me to read a passage from the book, from what the Master Maker says. Okay, it says, design beyond your skill and then raise the level of your skill to fulfill it. Give and accept only the best and do it with love of your craft, whatever that craft may be. This card speaks of long-lasting achievements, creative problem solving, and confident action. Perfect. That's exactly the best way to summarize what I was feeling. Amazing. Let's see the other. Oh yeah. The oak man. Talk about longevity and time. And with this card in particular, with the oak maker, it says, it references, I should say, excuse me, that your nemesis or your enemy within this thing would be to be hasty. Even the small things can be beautiful. You know, the small tasks can be beautiful. And to build something that's strong, sturdy, prominent like the oak, you know, those eyes of sincerity, again, speaking about truths. There's so much here about observing, of looking, of seeing, of understanding, of rooting, of grounding, of alchemizing, transmuting what you have known, what you had been clinging on to, what is wanting and has been crumbling, and you might still be trying to piece it together. That might be that building blocks Lego analogy they gave me, trying to piece it together to make something else when right now they just want you to let it go so that you can step into your magic. Okay, look at that. Limitations inspire innovations. So this is what it is, that limitation of yourself that has literally inspired this transition for you. The limits of how you may have thought about yourself, how you were responding to your environment. I'm also feeling a sense of time with you guys, my pal, too. Like your energy is similar to mine. It's like slow and steady. You're about the long game, the long goal. You know, there's no shortcuts involved for you. And I think that's the reason why this alchemist and this truth keeps coming up. It's like, you know the truth. You know how things will really work in the favor for all involved, for the benefit of all, I should say. And you won't rush it. But maybe that's what's keeping you clung to, or what has kept you clung to, excuse me, this crumbling around. Maybe it is this need to be, again, precise and direct, be clear, cut what needs to be cut. And that's the limitation of what could be, because you're holding on to maybe something that needs to be released. Okay, let's get your Lenormand cards. Get some more info on how this may play out for you. Interesting. As I was putting out this card, I saw the clover card in my mind's eye, and I definitely feel like this is a very auspicious movement. So what we have here first is the mountains. Then we have the lady. Then we have the sun. We have the stork. And the key. So what I'm getting here is this obstacle that you have been presented with, again, is a part of this, what's the right word? The friction needed to create the diamond that you are, to show your natural beauty. So this obstacle to step into you, which the lady is my viewer, no matter what your gender sex is, doesn't matter. This here is you, and that's underneath this alchemical philosopher's stone energy, embracing your infinite destiny and magic. The diligence of, you know, the obstacle, the trials, the setbacks. It's all about this master maker of learning the small things can still be beautiful. How I get there might be a long journey, but when I get to that top, oh boy, is it worth it. You know, and the limitations inspire innovations, which is the sun, the innovation of you. You know, to change, to step into your magic, your destiny, for this new beginning to happen. This stork, for this movement to occur, for the pace to pick up, to trust in your wisdom, trust in the wisdom too. they just said of what's being spoken right now. Thanks, Spirit. And then this beautiful key this is the key, right? That oak, no hastiness, solidifying what one needs in oneself, trusting in the depth of who you are. Talks about maturing in the wisdom of experience and age. You know, this is the key. The key is to looking here slowly and deeply into the core of the matter. Again, this is what we're all talking about, looking, observing. There's a lot about that. Exposing the truth. They really want you to think and ponder about this. It's a lot of contemplation for you, and you need to sit in this energy for you to be able to unlock this mindset, this potential, to utilize your full potential. That's the key. But this is inspiring you to move in that direction of alchemizing your destiny. Yeah, and it really does feel like you've or will overcome this obstacle, stepping into your power, ready for the new beginning, opening and stepping into that future. It's lovely. It's a really nice, lovely arc. You know, nothing should be, in my opinion, too straight. So it feels like you start here, it gradually increases. This stays up here, up, and it just keeps going. But there's this flow of understanding who this is, stepping into that power and owning it, like getting filled up, with what you need to step into this new journey, this innovation, this inspired innovation to unlock the key to you. Beautiful. So we have a lot of, we have the most amount of 11s. We have a 29 and a 47, 11 here. Then we have a 4, another 4. So let's add 11 and 4, and we have 15. So we're going to look at page number 15 from this mindset book I have to see if there's going to be any information that might be helpful to your question or to your mindset change, excuse me. It says, they said to read to here. Okay, inside the mindsets. When I was a young woman, I wanted a prince-like mate. Very handsome, very successful, a big cheese. I wanted a glamorous career, but nothing too hard or risky, and I wanted it all to come to me as validation of who I was. It would be many years before I was satisfied. I got a great guy, but he was a work in progress. I have a great career, but boy, is it a constant challenge. Nothing was easy, so why am I satisfied? I changed my mindset. I changed it because of my work. One day, my doctoral student, Mary, and I were trying to understand why some students were so caught up in proving their ability while others could just let go and learn. Suddenly, we realized that there were two meanings to ability, not one, a fixed ability that needs to be proven, and a changeable ability that can be developed through learning. And this is what this is. It's like developed through learning, the time, nothing hasty, wisdom, your innate knowing. There's this, again, the truth of the matter, about the long game. All of this is coming, reiterating in your reading. Oh, this is lovely. Loving this. Okay, so your final message is my beautiful collective of Pile 2. We're gonna get 2 cards. Hey you. And then Sticky Wicket. Sticky Wicket. It's lovely. There's nothing to fear with this. Hey you. Nothing to fear. Everything that you fear that may be ominous is an illusion. It has no power. You have the power. It's time to look at your fears straight in the eye. How many do you need? And call them out as the insignificant imposters that they are. Coming back to that truth. Wow, that's perfect. And for the Sticky Wicket, it's really making me think of still being cautious, you know, not being hasty, taking your time, approach with caution, in other words. I don't know if it's caution per se, but I feel like this environment might be what needs to be approached with caution. The thing that you might have been crumbling to, what you're wanting to step away from, what Spirit's asking you to step away from. It's like maybe there's just a pause and an appreciation for where you've come from so you can let go of it to step into the future. That sticky wicket. It's just a moment of pause. There's no sense of danger or caution, really, I guess. That's what I was getting at. It's just a matter of pause, reflect. Again, this deep, deep rooting of the appreciation of all you have, where you've come from, and all that you're about to receive. Yeah, it's the gratitude for what has happened that has led you into what will happen. That's beautiful. So nothing to fear. Step into this, my beautiful collective of Pile 2. I hope this was helpful and gave you the information you were seeking. Spiritually speaking, of course. If it was in any way, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your story, if you're so willing. Until next time, ciao. Welcome, my Pile 3 who chose the Pyrite. We're gonna spread out your cards. Okay, let us see what mindset Spirit wants you to adopt to utilize your full potential. The Youth. Beautiful. I get with this energy in particular from this deck, it's like the Fool and the Page of Wands. And this like youthful, explorative, wanderer, excited, adventurous, ready to discover who you actually are now, on your own terms, of reigniting that childlike wonder within and following your North Star. Interesting, I heard being led by the wolf totem. Specifically, they said gray wolf. Yeah, there's a sense of rebellion they want you to embrace a little bit. To live in the moment, of compromise, of communication, of embracing your individuality, asserting your independence. Greater risk, greater reward. Can be a little bit, they want, a little bit of action without thought, that Fool energy, that Page energy. There can be a time of conflict and turmoil within and or without because of these changes. Embrace this new direction. Let's see what energies to adopt to help you get into this mindset. The Vegans, solitude, independent, and peace. Yeah, it's about that, adventurer, the wanderer, the independence, the peace within by choosing one's own path. It's like the retreating into self to explore without. This neutrality as you move forward. The resourcefulness that is you, that you will discover. You're self-directed. Your sovereignty. That independence is what's being emphasized. Just embrace that. Embrace the peace that brings by your own choice. And also that privacy that allows while you're with yourself, that deep contemplative hermit type of energy too they're bringing up now. Lovely. Awesome. Talk about free, youthful energy, right? Dance, do something to shift your vibration. I think that's what you're doing. I think it's exactly what you're doing. You're shifting the vibration by stepping into this youthful energy. And I feel like whatever you've come from that's asking you to shift the vibration, which probably has to do more with a lot of energies around or influences or people affecting the environment in some way based on actions or communication. And you're like, I'm hearing like Florence and the Machine, Shake It Off. Not Taylor Swift, sorry, no. Florence and the Machines. What's it called? I'm hearing the phrase, the lyric that's coming out to me, I like to keep some things to myself. I like to keep my emotions down. It's always darkest before the dawn. Shake it off, shake it off. Shake it out, shake it out. Oh, oh, oh. And it's hard to dance with the devil on your back. So shake it off, shake it off. Ooh, I'm telling you, you need to listen to those lyrics. Florence and the Machine, I suggest the acoustic version. That's just so you can really saturate in those lyrics, because it's really, really fitting for the energy that I'm feeling for this particular group. I will try and get that link there posted for you. Oh man, wow. Okay, let us go into the bridge between how to embrace this mindset. The singer of intuition, talking about music and connection and trusting one's own sovereignty and path, and the singer of connection. And the connection within self, the connection with the right type of, not right, with the vibrational matched energy. The singer of light, the singer of intuition is that light shining on the singer of connection. It sort of brightens it and emphasizes it even more. And that connection is looking for that. That is what I feel like you're in the wandering stage for. Is real, true, deep connections, peace, independence within that peace. The singer of connection talks about karma, balance, empathy, spiritual connections, deeper connections. And the singer of intuition talks about perceptiveness, oracle powers, awareness, and trust. Listen to your inner knowing. Seek the solitude. Meditate, practice stillness and patience. And with this particular card, all connections with the spirit, the singer of connections, are made, held, released as appropriate. Again, releasing what you're shifting from, to shift that vibration, to step into these better connections for you. And I feel like you're gonna get there. You're gonna find those people that work for you, that work well with your energy, that make you feel sovereign, comfortable, confident, heard. Fall in love with your story. That's exactly what you're doing. I think that's what you're choosing now, to follow with your story, where I saw that follow your North Star. Beautiful. Okay, let's get into your tarot. Wow, not your tarot. Let's get into your Lenormand to get some more info on how this might play out for you as you begin adopting this mindset of really embracing this youth energy. Interesting, my pile 3. I am getting, sorry, you have the scythe first, excuse me. You have the book. You have the rider, or the deer. You have the home. And the moon. So what I'm feeling first from your Lenormand spread here is there's a cutting away, again, releasing, you know, when they talked about singer of connections, it's about making them, holding them, and releasing these connections. And that's what the scythe is bringing me to. What needs to be harvested and gathered and kept, and what needs to be cut away. And it's coming out under that intuition, which is trusting that intuition of what that is. And that's speaking to me with this book. And generally, not generally, but there is always a slightly different variation with the book depiction in Lenormand decks that I have. And some books actually are open. I have another deck that the book is opened, and this one is particularly closed, but it has a lock on it. And there's 2 things I'm feeling here. A finalization of releasing old dogmas, belief systems, structural beliefs, religious beliefs I heard, philosophical beliefs also I heard. It's closing the book on one thing, taking and remembering, I'm getting remembering with this bookmark of what needs to be still sustained or be taken with you on this journey. The rest of it feels sort of like an experience that has been lived, and now it's on to the next chapter. Hence this writer moving into that destiny, which is fall in love with your own story. Nobody else's book now. Not your book. It's closed, locked, completed. There is still mystery and secrets behind that, but that's not the energy I'm getting from this spread for you. Because this journey leads you into a home of self. But coming out underneath dance, do something to shift your vibration. This has to do with your, in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing here, with heritage, ancestral, family, your home base, your support system, your foundation. And that's where you had, is what they just said, had felt the most comfortable at some point, but that is no longer the case. And you need to venture out to find these new connections with the singer of connection and to step into your full glory of expression because of this journey into finding who you are. That moon in this deck is talking about coming to the surface of being acknowledged publicly almost. But this is, for me, is like stepping into your full glory, your full ancestral celestial body, aligned, and you're just beginning. It's beautiful. And they're bringing me here to this crescent, the waxing crescent moon. And the waxing crescent moon talks about after a time of contemplation, of recharging, of relaxing, again, stepping into your power, wandering, finding your people or your tribe, you are ready to go forth with new light and added energy. That is that, stepping into who you are. It's a big deal, my pal 3. And it's a big choice is what I'm getting too. It's not a light decision. I don't think that it's just like, on a whim, I'm just going. It's not that energy I'm getting. It's like it had been deeply thought about, or you had been emotionally shifted so much that it left you no choice but to feel like this would be the best option. They just brought a weird thing to my attention. I don't know what this means. There's a possibility for some of you guys that you would classify yourself or label yourself as the black sheep of the family. And they gave me the phrase of, I no longer want to be a stain on this. Like, it feels like a conversation that was had, like disappointments within you or something like that. And you're like, well, I'm not going to be the bother. I won't be the problem with this, like I'll just leave. There's some of you guys that applies to, because I don't think I would have been given that if that doesn't apply to somebody who's going to be watching this. It's very interesting. Spirit just said, you are not the stain, you are the new growth. They may see you, pardon the phrasing, as the wart, but you're really a beauty mark. Like that's so beautiful. Wow. Okay, my collective. So with every pile I've been doing, I've been looking to see what the most amount of numbers that may repeat. And for you, we have, I would say 1s and 5s the most. But you do have 6s here that are poking out to me. So I wonder if I do 1, 5, 6, which is page 12. Excuse me, let's go to page 12 of this book here, the Carol S. Dweck Mindset. Going to page 12. They said this portion here. Okay, just this page. Okay. Grow your mindset. Which mindset do you have? Answer these questions about intelligence. Read each statement and decide whether you mostly agree or disagree with. Your intelligence is something very basic about you that you can't change very much. You can learn new things, but you can't really change how intelligent you are. No matter how much intelligence you have, you can always change it quite a bit. You can always substantially change how intelligent you are. Questions 1 and 2 are fixed mindset questions. Questions 3 and 4 are reflect the growth mindset. Which mindset did you agree with more? You can be a mixture, but most people lean towards one or the other. You also have beliefs about your abilities. You could substitute artistic talent, sports ability, or business skill for intelligence. Try it. Answer those questions for yourself, my love, and see where that either your fixed mindset is playing out or you in the growth. And I personally feel that you're in the growth mindset coming out of the fixed mindset. That's what this energy feels like to me. Hence, writing your own story, falling in love with your own story. Huge. Love it. All 3 piles have been major today. Freaking love you, collective. You guys are the shit. Okay, let's get to guidance messages to close off your reading, my beautifuls. I hope this was helpful. Ooh. Talking smack. I think one of the other piles got that. I can't remember which one. 1 or 2, obviously. And then musing things along. Musing right along. So talking smack talks about not talking shit to yourself, and also, again, talking about what had been previously learned from your past experiences, etc. You've been keeping yourself small, talking too small for yourself. And there's no need to compare yourself to anyone else, especially when they brought up that wart beauty mark comparison. And if anybody has been doing that for you and making you feel that way, it's not the truth. Because you're the only person like you, so why would that be anything but beautiful? You are the only person truly capable of putting yourself down that's in the belief of their word. And that is not the truth. So hence, why they want you to mosey on right along. It's like writing your own acceptance speech, being like, let me do this. Your creative mojo is in rare form and is rare. Like beautifully inspired ideas, like brilliant schemes, colossal plan stream, like hence this wanderer energy. Courtesy of your inner muse, which is, I feel, part of that gray wolf energy they brought up. It's like this inventiveness and fun that you are. Don't let this smack talking prevent you from stepping into this beautiful moon energy, the singer of connections. You know? This is what your spirit wants you to step into, that mindset, to reach that full potential. I love this for you, my pile 3. I hope this was helpful and gave you the information you were seeking spiritually, of course. If it was in any way, please like, subscribe. I would love to hear your story. Until next time, ciao.